every decade has had its craze. Like back in the 80s, you had like Cabbage Patch Kids, Care Bears. Do you remember them? Popples, My Pet Monster. A lot of crazy stuff back then. In the 90s, you had things like Pogs. Man, I love me some Pogs. I got to do another video on Pogs. I have a huge collection. You also had Beanie Babies. Was Tickle Me Elmo like late 90s? I don't remember for sure, but there's a lot of crazes. One of the big ones back in the early 90s was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Trolls, right? And there's a lot of companies out there who exploited these crazes. They came up with their own bootleg Soulja Boy ideas to combine them to try to market them to people. Like Troll dolls were more geared towards girls back then. I mean, boys could play with them too. No big deal. Play with whatever the hell you want. But they were looking for a way to combine those crazes, Ninja Turtles and Trolls, into something they could market towards boys. And that's where Stone Protectors came in. And I found this interesting because I remember Stone Protectors. I had some of the action figures, so I thought it was kind of cool having some dude trolls whooping my sister's like troll dolls' asses. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And this Kickstarter here, they're bringing back Stone Protectors. This is from Comics TV. And they're not just doing this special edition box set of the show. They're doing a lot of other things that you could actually back. And then they have stretch goals, very ambitious, maybe crazily ambitious, but interesting nonetheless. And I remember this, it's kind of a blip in time back in the 90s, these weird little things like Stone Protectors. What the hell, right? And a lot of people have nostalgia for these weird, quirky things. So this is an interesting way to get like, hey, these unreleased episodes that this company, they had to acquire this IP and then dig to uncover these episodes because it was very short-lived, just 8 episodes when it aired on TV, and then the 5 episodes were lost. So let's scroll down, get into it. Like so far, they got 116 backers, $8,800 out of 30,000 goal. Like I remember this, like they were like dudes who were like in a rock band. And they found these crystal gem things, and they became the Stone Protectors, and they fought these like green dudes. Like you see that green dude in the back. They almost have like a He-Man look to them as well, not just Ninja Turtles. Like, man, these companies, man, no shame in the game. But I think the green dude, like they're a different color. Like that one's got like pigtails, the purple pigtails. They're called like the Saurons or Saurians or something like that. And they had to fight them, cheesy stuff, whatever. I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but they had comic books back then, toys, all that stuff, and a video game for the Super Nintendo. It was supposed to come out on the Genesis as well, and it was actually advertised. I'll throw the commercial up real quick, just a few seconds.
Coming soon for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, the Stone Protectors video game. Battle Zoc and his Saurian army through 10 stages of intense beat-em-up action. Execute special moves and rock and roll attacks. 1 or 2 player cooperative gameplay. The Stone Protectors for your Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
But yeah, the Genesis version never came out. It was never released. So that's one thing that you could back and get through this. But I always have to say, I'm not a big fan of Kickstarter campaigns. Like I very rarely back them. So always, at your own risk, realize, it is what it is, man. Don't ever back money that you're not willing to lose. Like I can't vouch for anybody. I could just vouch for my experiences. Just keep that in mind, right? So they're going to be bringing that stuff back. This series, they thought it was lost, apparently. Ace Novelty was the one who owned it, but then it went to this company out in Hong Kong. Cam Toys owned it. They're going through bankruptcy, so these guys grabbed it, which is what they do. Like they're associated with like Pico. Pico, they acquire video games that have been lost, never released, that kind of thing, and then they re-release them. So they do have experience doing this kind of stuff. But what are they going to be offering here? It looks like with the series that they got them through they found everything through the BBC Archives Getty Images. They had to hire a professional out in London to digitize and restore everything. So you're going to get all 13 episodes in that box set if you back that, right? So I'm not going to read this stuff. I believe they have a graphic down here. If you don't like to read words, but you like to read picture words, here we go. Crazy ambitious for these stretch goals, man. $35,000 for a new comic book that takes place after the series, the TV series, right? $60,000 to do a motion comic, so not like a fully animated series, just comic book with motion in it. Okay, cool. $60,000 to get that, to get it to that point. These would be all like add-on stuff, I would imagine. $120,000 for the Blu-ray version. That should be the part of just pledging, I think. Like that shouldn't be a stretch goal. Just get the Blu-ray out there to begin with. Like DVDs going the way of VHS tapes, man. $185,000 for a handheld video game, like a Tiger Electronics inspired thing, but I would imagine to have like Super Nintendo or Genesis version on it. $250,000 for a new action figure. I know these guys have been doing action figures, so that's kind of neat. Just like I said, very ambitious here. $615,000, and they'll produce a new 22-minute episode for season 2 or series 2 or whatever. Continuing things on. Stumbling over my words. Risks and challenges. Always risks and challenges. These guys have experience, but always, like I said, keep that stuff in mind. If you back anything, don't back money that you're not willing to lose, because you never freaking know. First created comics TV. So here's the tiers they have. Pledge without a reward. Just give them money because you believe in them. Wonder how many people really do that. Maybe there's some, depending on the project, right? $1 to get a thank you email. You're not getting anything. Give them $1, they'll thank you in an email. It's more than you get with some people, so that's cool. $2, you get the digital comic, one comic. $6, you get the whole 4 comic series digitally in digital format, which that's what digitally means, right? Holy crap. Digital video game, which I would imagine would be either Super Nintendo or Genesis, or maybe both, to play on the PC, which, like the way with the Pico stuff, it's always like it has the emulator included type of thing. It's all built in together, so you don't have to worry about setting anything up. You could just play it. Digital Protector, you get the comic collection and the game for $15. Couple backers there. Early Bird box set. All these Kickstarter physical products, they have like a limited edition cover, because obviously they'll sell this stuff after the Kickstarter. But if you want those limited edition versions, you get it on Kickstarter. $35 to get all 13 episodes digitally remastered in a box set. There you go. 18 backers so far, only 1,000 of them that they're going to have available through this. The $40 one is the non-early bird, and I see there are 2 backers on there. Pay attention to what you're backing. If there's an early bird version of the same thing, save a few bucks and back that. But I guess, to each their own, back however you wish. $55 for the physical video game. So this is going to be, you either get Super Nintendo or the unreleased Genesis version. They state some information, works on original hardware, but maybe doesn't work on clones. Just going to depend. Comes in a box, manual, full color manual, 11x17 poster, exclusive to Kickstarter and exclusive limited edition cover art. From what I read, the Genesis version will have reversible cover art, Mega Drive or Sega Genesis style, and it's region free. So there is that. What else do these guys got going on? $60 non-early bird. We ain't worried about that. $85 you get. This one's probably the most popular. Yeah, 51 backers. Physical rewards. You get the DVD box set and the game, whichever game you want, Genesis, Super Nintendo. $85. So yeah, that's going to be one of the most popular ones there. And then the non-early bird. So there's that. Interesting. Some people really dig this kind of stuff. I find it neat. I'm not crazy into stone protectors. I just remember this from back then. It kind of struck me odd seeing this pop back up out of nowhere. And then remembering, oh yeah, I remember this rip off of the Ninja Turtles and Troll dolls. Oh my God. Kind of funny, but hey, some people are really into this kind of stuff, man. And if you're interested, I'll put a link down below. Keep in mind, like I said, don't ever back anything unless you're willing to, lose money. Can't vouch for anyone. I know these guys have experience with this stuff, so there's that. But back at your own risk if you are interested. Really do appreciate you hanging out with me. And with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. And boom. Bye.